Hey guys, so this is going to be a review of Mario Odyssey. I finally finished it. What happened was I took a massive break from playing on my Switch or any sort of like gaming and focused more on my studying and stuff. But as soon as that course finished, I was like straight into Mario and I finally finished it. So first off, I'll talk about like my history with Mario and stuff like that, because I know some people may, want to hear that because they may be hoping me to compare it to other Mario games. But honestly guys, I've never played a Mario game. I've only played 10 minutes. I have got now Mario Kart, but other than that, before that I'd only played like 10 minutes of Mario Kart, and I think that was at Leicester Comic Con. So my history with Mario is not, I don't really have that much history with Mario because I've never come to it yet. I don't think I've ever actually played. As I said, I played a little bit of Mario, but that is it. So I'm going into this not playing a Mario game. So first off, spoiler alert, I really enjoyed it. There are a few issues. When I say few issues, I did do a video on that said issue on the Switch. I'll mention it a little bit in this video as well. So basically, again, Bowser has captured Peach. I know that about Mario basically. Bowser always captures Peach and then, Mario has to go rescue him. But this time, Bowser wants to marry her. Yes, Bowser wants to marry her. So basically you're in this Odyssey, hence why it's called Mario Odyssey. If you don't know what Odyssey is, it's literally just this ship thing, and then you're basically chasing after Bowser, and you'll visit different worlds, and in each of these worlds Bowser is stealing something to make up for his wedding. So for example, one of them is this massive ring. Just like, I won't mention everything because I don't want to spoil it. So you meet these characters and stuff like that, and then you also collect these things called moons. Basically each world you have to collect a certain amount, and these moons will power up the Odyssey. So when you get to the Odyssey, there's a balloon at the top, and you have to it fills up each strip each time you go to another world. It fills up with all these power moons. So the power moons power the Odyssey. Some are harder to get than others because some of them you have to get quite a few. What will happen is, if you've beaten the boss in that world, you'll go back to the Odyssey. If you've not got enough moons, you will see Toad there, and Toad will offer you, I think it's around 30 coins, and he will mark on the map where a moon is, which is helpful. If you want to do that. Obviously if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that, but there's that. As I said, you can collect coins. Now there's regular coins and there's coins for that world. The coins for that world are coins that you can only use in that world. So there's a shop in every world. So there's that. Now the whole thing about Mario Odyssey, the main whole concept of the game is basically, at the beginning you meet this kind of, like, it's a ghost-like kind of hat thing, and then basically it gives you the power to, I'm just going to say it, possess an item or a person or in one time you possess like food. It's really fun and it's really weird, but that's the whole mechanic of the game. And all you have to do is one flick of the hat and boom, you've possessed that person. Your soul is in that person and you control that person. And how that works obviously is, say you need to go to different places or get around, and Mario can't personally do it, but when he possesses that enemy or whatever he possesses, that enemy has that ability to do it, so then you can obviously move forward. And that idea is so cool. Like, it's just so fun, just possessing people or creatures. People, when you hit People World, which isn't People World, which isn't a spoiler anyway, because I believe they mentioned that and it's been shown like a little bit, but you end up in a human world, and you can possess a human, which is pretty cool. Also, if I didn't mention, you can possess objects as well to get you to places. So overall, I really enjoyed it. I remember when like seeing trailers for it and people talking about it, and me looking at it and thinking, I don't think I'd actually enjoy it. So I didn't get it for a very long time, and then I decided to get it. I thought, why not? And I'm glad I got it. It was really good. Really liked the game. Now, the issue I'm going to mention is the Joy-Cons. I highly, highly recommend, if you're going to pick up this game, get either a Pro controller or a normal Switch controller, because I'll link it down below just in case you haven't seen it. But I mentioned the problems with other games as well. So originally I got a Switch controller to play Diablo because I found out, I was getting cramp, like a lot of cramp. And then obviously playing Mario Odyssey, in some scenes it's like, it takes me about 10 years to do it because my thumb gets so, because the little Joy-Con is so small, it irritates it, and then I go, you know what, forget this, dock it in, and I do it like first time, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see how it is. So I highly recommend that you do, invest in maybe a Pro controller or a, a normal Switch controller if a Pro controller is too much. But it depends obviously how you're going to play it. If you prefer not playing it in dock mode, then you're better off getting a Pro controller, just because obviously with a cabled controller, yeah, if you want to use it, the Switch has to be docked. But yeah, that is a high suggestion. Like, I'm literally thinking about getting the Pro controller. Like, the Joy-Cons are alright, but when you're trying to play games other than casual stuff like Minecraft story mode, and you get to the games where you need to move your finger a lot, that's when you jump into difficulties and you're like, oh, really. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed it. I do definitely recommend give it a go. As I said, I've not really played any other Mario game at all, but for me, as a person who's never played Mario that much, I do actually recommend it because it's actually really good fun. So yeah, that's it for this review. So bye guys. I forgot to mention difficulty. The reason why I want to mention it, because there's things that can happen and whatever. So some bosses, because you get mini bosses, so basically you've got, I can't remember what they're called now, but they're basically Bowser's little, gang. And then you have to defeat them at the end of each world. Now, when it comes to difficulty, it can be a bit hard. It can dumb it down a little bit, like literally a little bit. Whereas, say if you die about 3 times and it's a boss level, a little shop thing, either Toad or a little totem shop thing. I don't know if you could call them totems. If you go up to them and click them, they'll offer, I think it's 50 coins. It's either 50 or 30, it might be 50 coins to get a heart boost. So instead of having 3 lives, you can have 6 lives. But that's basically all. It doesn't go, completely dumbed down. Not like Minecraft Story Mode 2, which I found took the piss. Like, really? That dumbed it down to the point where you didn't get hurt. Where this one doesn't. It just offers you more lives if you want to buy it, if you want to take it. Near the end, it's a pain because it will get to the point where there's no flags. So you get these flags and that marks it for you. So you can travel, say if you die, you can travel to that, part again. But this one, no, near the end, it doesn't, which obviously I like. It's frustrating, but I like, because that's when you're near close to the end, when the game tries to fuck you over. But yeah, I thought I'd quickly mention like the difficulties and stuff like that, just in case you are interested in that. But as I said, it doesn't dumb it down. It just literally just gives you the option, if you want to pay for extra hearts, you can buy it if you want to. So yeah, this should be the review now. This should be the end of the review. So bye guys.